Hey, it's Chuck Carstensen, Carstensen Team, Remax Results. Another live video here with the new year. Sometimes you have an idea, outcome to do a few more videos if you're in real estate. That's one of the things I'm doing here. Want to keep everybody up to date on the market. I do like sharing my projections and predictions. So part of what we're doing today, anytime we do these quick live shows, even if I'm spontaneously doing it, you're always welcome to reach out with any real estate questions. If you catch this late, the recording will be on the Real Life Impact Podcast, found most places where there's podcasts. And past recordings are all on that too. So Real Life Impact Podcast is how you can find the recording of this. This will be a quick 5, 7, 8 minute show like I've been doing every so often. And today I am talking about what to expect housing inventory 2023, supply versus demand. And 2021 into early to mid 2022, it was low supply. There were months when I looked at the actual supply of homes available, there was like a half a month supply of homes. That's why there was so many multiple offers, so many properties getting bid up, all these buyers looking. So the supply was very limited. Demand was high with all the buyers looking, and that created the multiple offers because there might have been more than a half a month of inventory, but some of it was new construction, not constructed to be built. So those weren't ready to sell. And then some of them were the few people that listed their house way overpriced. And yeah, I guess it counts as inventory, but nobody was going to buy it when it's way overpriced. And if you watch or listen or go back to my last episode, or 2 episodes ago, maybe back in December, we talked about pricing a property properly. So check that one out. So today we're talking about inventory. So super quick on inventory, low inventory, like I said, for several months over the course of almost 2 years. And inventory got a little bit better the second half of 2022, but there's still fairly low inventory. Couple months supply of homes. Sometimes you saw maybe 3 months supply of homes in certain areas. Buyers' demand did drop down. And why did the buyer's demand drop down? The higher interest rates. If you're getting a home and the loan went from, say, 3%, it might have got lost here. So I am just double checking and making sure I'm on air. So I apologize for the little break in the action if you're watching online. So there was more listings because people kept listing. Sellers are like, I got to get that top dollar. The market peaked, like I said in my last episode, probably middle of the year. So sellers are still like, hey, I got to get top dollar. The market's slowing down. Interest rates went up. So more inventory, a little less buyers created some inventory, which means opportunity for buyers. You can actually get a house. It's not in multiple offers a lot of times. Maybe you could ask the seller for closing costs. So we started to return to what I'd call a more normal market where you can offer less, ask the seller for closing costs. And in general, that's good for a buyer, but prices are still up there. So what's going to keep prices up there fairly high? Let's say they go down a little, stay the same, pretty flat, little bumpy road, up and down, but pretty close to flat was my projection for 2023. That's because inventory is still going to be pretty low. So even that inventory was super low last year and it went up the second half, like I just said, I don't think there's going to be a ton more people. I think it's very similar. The amount of people listing homes in 2023 are very similar to 2022. It could be a little bit less in some areas, and obviously some areas might be a little bit more, but there's not going to be that many more people looking to sell. One of the reasons are they're locked into a lower interest rate. And if they sold and bought, they'd have to get a higher interest rate that keeps them in their house. Another reason, if they've been in the house for a while, prices have gone way up. So it might not work based on their financials to move. And obviously, over the course of time, a lot of people buy their home that they love and their location they love, and they stay put as well. So typical real estate years, we see a lot of movement. This year's projected to be a year where there's not as much movement. So less people list because of those reasons and other reasons. I don't think there's going to be that many more listings than there were last year, but there'll be less people buying when we talk about supply and demand. So when we look at, okay, not that much more supply of homes, but not as much a demand, there's there's going to be a chance yet for buyers. There won't be many multiple offers, although we listed one. Stacy on my team listed a place, and she did get multiple offers on this listing she posted online this weekend on the MLS and so on. And it did get multiple offers. So it is still possible. So I'm expecting, this is my prediction, that about as many homes will be listed this year as last year. There will be less buyer sales, which will keep the inventory a little bit better. So some opportunities for buyers, just like I said, more of a normal market, more of a chance to get a house, chance to ask for closing costs, chance to negotiate on some of the houses or many of the houses. But don't expect the market to drop way down, because the inventory is going to be pretty low, and there's still going to be decent enough demand to sort of meet the inventory, especially, and I mentioned this in a couple of my recent videos, especially if they keep the interest rates around 6%. Now, some of you are spoiled and think 6% super high interest rate. That's like a normal interest rate over time. So it should be fine for most people, other than people that missed out recently and thought, boy, now I'm not going to buy because I should have got that 3.5% interest rate when I thought about buying. That might keep those people on the sideline. But again, if they're on the sideline, they're not part of the buyer demand. So again, that keeps the market normalized. So that's what I expect for housing inventory 2023. Not that many more homes to be listed in 2023 than 2022. I think some of the national people project less inventory to be listed. I think a lot of the commentary is that there'll be more inventory to try to get buyers excited and go out there and buy. I don't think there's going to be that much more. So buyers, yes, it's January and it's Minnesota. There'll be more inventory in February, March, April, May. But over the course of the year, I don't think there's going to be that much more inventory. So that means if you see a home you like, you got to be ready, go for it and make it work. Because it's, I think the waiting game is not going to be as helpful as some people think it would, based on what they think they hear on the market. I think you're going to have a pretty flat market. So when you're ready, buy the home you like. And right now there's low inventory. Again, not that many listings out there in many areas. So yes, if you can't find one you like now, wait till homes start to come on the market more February through May, but don't wait too long, because it's not going to be as plentiful as maybe some people tell you it'll be. Again, Chuck Carstensen, Remax Results. If you have any real estate needs or questions or anything we didn't talk about here, we certainly are happy to answer any of them. Reach out to myself or any of my team members. And yeah, I'll keep doing some of these videos, give you some tips, give you some projections and predictions on what's happening this year. And again, check out the Real Life Impact podcast, where this will be on in a little while. Thanks, and have a blessed rest of your day.